Episode 57, YF September 25, 2024. BC Heat Pump Letters to the Editor. Stockholm, Sweden Heat Pumps. In Episode 57, YF 1 World 2, United States 3 California 4 Colorado 5 New York 6 Washington 7 West Virginia 8 Canada British Columbia Letters to the Editor in support of heat pumps because they are cheap clean energy. 9 Europe 10 Germany. Main content. 1A World. Geothermal heat pumps market future growth insights trends openpr.com heat pumps. Financial support tax credits and rebates can reduce installation costs and encourage consumers and businesses to invest in these. 1B World. LG Elec launches Global Heat Pump Consortium. KD Global. LG Electronics Incorporated said on Tuesday it launched a global heat pump consortium to strengthen cooperation on heating ventilation. 2 United States. $10,000 is up for grabs for this money-saving AC tech. Millions of people who would benefit. The cool down. When you switch to a heat pump that outperforms traditional heating ventilation and air conditioning systems, you'll receive numerous financial. Low-income households can receive thousands of dollars in government rebates for installing energy-efficient heat pumps. 3 California. Energy Awareness Month. Switch to a heat pump water heater. City of Hayward. Heat pump water heaters, or HPWH, are fully electric and work by removing heat from the surrounding air and transferring that heat to the water. HPWH also have no risk of carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxide, or gas leaks. Take advantage of rebates and incentives that can significantly lower the 4 Colorado Steamboat Springs. More Energy Hero rebate funds available SteamboatToday.com Steamboat Pilot. Rebates are available to COOP members for electric-powered equipment, such as snowblower lawnmower fuel switching, electric resistive, and heat pump. 5 New York. A next-generation approach to heating and cooling buildings. The New York Times. The scene from a rooftop looking across the river Thames to the high rises of downtown. The installation of air source heat pumps on bankside yards. 6 Washington. Seattle boosts electric heat pump incentives with goal to eliminate oil-heated homes. Smart cities dive. A man in a red uniform repairing a heat pump. Efficient electric heat pumps use 3 to 4 times less energy than a traditional oil or gas furnace. Seattle expands heat pump rebates. Planetizen News. Seattle announced a new $4,000 rebate for moderate-income households that switch oil heating systems to electric heat pumps. Seattle boosts electric heat pump incentives with goal to eliminate oil-heated homes. Moderate-income households can access up to $8,000 in incentives to switch from oil heating systems to more efficient electric heat pumps. Smart cities dive. The rebate means income-qualified residents can access a total of up to $8,000 in support for transitioning to heat pumps by stacking the new rebate. Seattle offers up to $8,000 in rebates for residents to switch from oil heat to energy. The Seattle Medium. Seattle Clean Heat Program offers $4,000 bonus rebate for heat pumps and heat pump water heaters. The Washington State Department. 7 West Virginia Logan. WV office to hold session on $88 million home energy rebate program. NewsLoganBanner.com. The Logan Banner. Rebate program enabled by the Inflation Reduction Act. Heat pump, water heating, efficient energy use, heating ventilation, and air conditioning. 8A Canada British Columbia Powell River. Letter Universal Heat Pump Program needed. Okotoks and Foothills News. Western Wheel. There are existing rebate programs across the country to install heat pumps, but these are only available to homeowners, or those who can afford them. Letter to the Editor. Excerpts edited by Rozep for brevity and clarity in relationship to Residents Against Wood Smoke Emission Particulates, a 501c3 nonprofit organization. September 17, 2024. The climate crisis is at our doorstep. We see it with worsening heat waves across the country and around the globe every year. The extreme heat events we are experiencing can have life-threatening consequences, as evidenced by the 2021 heat dome, which killed over 619 people in BC. That's why we need a universal heat pump program that ensures everyone gets a free heat pump, an energy-efficient appliance that can both heat and clean homes. North Island Powell River MP signs onto heat pump campaign, August 21, 2024. A universal heat pump program would not only help us keep people safe in a climate emergency, it would help us tackle the climate crisis while creating thousands of jobs. By building a publicly owned enterprise to produce, distribute, and install heat pumps, we could create new opportunities for tradespeople and manufacturing workers. Workers currently employed in fossil fuel industries, such as pipeline construction, could transition to installing heat pumps, building on their skills while moving into cleaner, more sustainable careers. Our federal government must move rapidly to deliver heat pumps for all with a universal heat pump program that saves lives, cuts our bills, and reduces emissions. Resident, Powell River. 8B Canada British Columbia Seashell. Letters with climate change. There an urgent need to get heat pumps in every household. Coast Reporter. Excerpts edited by Rozep for brevity and clarity in relationship to Residents Against Wood Smoke Emission Particulates, a 501c3 nonprofit organization. As we face the growing threats of climate change, one of the most urgent solutions is the transition to heat pumps in every household. As we face the growing threats of climate change, one of the most urgent solutions is the transition to heat pumps in every household. Heat pumps can heat and cool homes using electricity, drastically reducing our reliance on toxic fossil fuels like oil and gas. This transition is not just about energy, it's about protecting vulnerable populations. Extreme heat events put vulnerable populations at risk. In the BC heat dome of 2021, 619 people, many of whom were seniors, died in homes without cooling systems. Heat pumps can save lives by providing life-saving air conditioning during heat waves. A universal heat pump program, available to both homeowners and renters, would ensure that everyone in Canada has access to this life-saving technology. The benefits are clear: healthier homes, lower utility bills, and reduced greenhouse gas emissions. The federal government must act now to bring this program to life with a new public entity that builds, installs, and distributes free heat pumps for all. 9A Europe. Europe heat pumps put America to shame. Sweden Stockholm. Stockholm heat pumps heat the whole city. The Atlantic. Rozep view. The chief objective of a heat pump from the Rozep point of view is to replace air-polluting indoor residential wood burning first. The efficient way to do this is to have individual households buy heat pumps and apply a heat pump rebate before they walk out the door so that the cost is low or non-existent. The Atlantic is an American publisher, but the European example is Stockholm, Sweden. Rosep key excerpts from the article. If switching one home to a heat pump improves energy efficiency, why not whole cities? In Stockholm's Hammarbyverket plant, which is by some measures the world's largest heat pump plant, each of the 7 electric-powered heat pumps is the size of a 2-story house. From the article sub-headline, in the United States, home heat pumps have been gaining traction and government subsidies as highly energy-efficient replacements for gas-fired. Excerpts edited by Rosep for brevity and clarity in relationship to Residents Against Wood Smoke Emission Particulates, a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Europe's heat pumps put America's to shame. If switching one home to a heat pump improves energy efficiency, why not whole cities? September 24, 2024. In the United States, home heat pumps have been gaining traction and government subsidies as highly energy-efficient replacements for gas-fired boilers and furnaces. They vary in size, but most of the units being hyped by environmentalists and installed nationwide measure just a few square feet. In Stockholm's Hammarbyverket plant, which is by some measures the world's largest heat pump plant, each of the 7 electric-powered heat pumps is the size of a 2-story house. On the day I visited last fall, the motors and massive compressors hissed at a nearly deafening pitch. Pumps drew treated wastewater from an underground tunnel. As the water rushed through the pipes and cascaded down exposed panels, coolants in the machines sucked away degrees of warmth, until the water was so cold that it left small ice crystals behind as it poured into the Baltic Sea. Industrial-sized compressors, meanwhile, use that extracted heat to create a separate flow of 195-degree water that runs into a network of insulated pipes, supplying heat across the city. 9b Europe. Heat pump sales plummet. Nuclear re-evaluates incoming EU Commission energy charter. Euractiv. It a far cry from the heady days of the 2022 energy crisis when heat pumps were seen as a key to a climate-neutral EU independent of Russian gas. 10 Germany. Kevin MacLeod revisits Valiant heat pump installations 1 year on. Registered gas engineer. Valiant has joined forces with architecture expert and TV presenter Kevin MacLeod once again. A year ago, it launched its Heat Pump Possible,